Let's move on to Carletonville, though, where residents there, which are, of course, on Gauteng's West Rand, are calling on government to move them from the area due to sinkholes that have developed in the area. Community members say they have tried to engage with the Merafong Local Municipality, but nothing has been done to assist them. Now, the municipality has reportedly spent millions in the past fixing another sinkhole that was in Kutong. Our very own Nqobile Madlala is following the story and joins us live from there. Nqobile, one can imagine that community members cannot be happy with the situation at play.
Not at all, Arabile. In fact, they were just saying that being moved from these houses to much smaller houses is not something that they had planned for. Some of them have used some of their retirement money to build these homes, so they're very dear to them. But then to be moved into another space, this takes away from what they have done in the past. But of course, safety is a great concern for this entire community, mainly because this continues to move. We're told that already behind us, there were about 2 houses before the house that has been ripped apart by this newer sinkhole. However, we want to bring in the Deputy Mayor to speak to us about this. Deputy Mayor, it can't be easy for these families. Perhaps first of all, why did it take so long to assist them?
Let me start by saying it's not easy for the families and for ourselves also as leadership. We have quite a number of sinkhole formations in the township, and we had started in Sompani Road next to Methodist in Ward 10, where the sinkhole has been rehabilitated. We have appointed a contractor to start in this ward, which is starting next week. But as we observed throughout the week, the report we are getting is that the situation has actually worsened. The size is no longer the same, it's much bigger now, meaning that the initial allocation will actually require more allocation in order to attend to this. And we are also awaiting technical report, which will further give us details in terms of the intensity and also what to do next. And what we are doing now is to ensure that we save lives so that we don't wake up one day and there's a family that is swallowed by the sinkhole. We ensure that at least we give them alternative accommodation, which is not something that is welcomed by the community, but that is the alternative that we have for now, in ensuring that once we see that really the community is no longer safe for them to stay here, then we are able to provide them those RDP equivalent houses.
You speak about the allocation, so this is the allocation of money to fix these sinkholes. Take us through what is perhaps budgeted to assist.
What has been allocated or budgeted for the sinkhole in this financial year, we had allocated 12 million, which is meant to also cover other areas. Like I said earlier on, it's not actually sufficient, but that is what we have for now. And depending on the work that will be done from next week going forward, we will be able to look at how best we approach this. We're approaching a budget adjustment period. We should be able to augment in order to ensure that at least we save these houses that are still stable in this area.
Whilst we talk about those that are stable, obviously there are teams which we have noted that are going from one house to the next. They are on the ground. Who are these people that are on the ground, and how many houses are actually being moved and or are looked at to be saved?
At this point in time, the Provincial Department of Human Settlement has dispatched its team, working together with our local team from infrastructure development, from human settlement. We also have a district disaster team, which they are actually working together in ensuring that they save these community members. And if they realize that this house is actually unsafe, they do recommendations for the relocation of that particular family. Then there's a team from the municipality which is made up of councillors and officials that engages the community, the house owners, in informing them that you will be moved to that particular area. Just a day before yesterday, we took family members to Extension 6 where there are RDP houses. They were handed keys on the day, on the spot, and they were shown exactly where they will be staying. And we came back with them with quite mixed emotions, and which is understandable, that if I move from a big house and I'm going to a small house, that doesn't really sit well with me. But like I've been saying, it's about saving lives and ensuring that we don't have someone who's dying from these sinkholes.
Perhaps as we just close, can we then get maybe a commitment from the municipality to ensure that these houses that are left will at least get that rehabilitation in time, so there are no people that have to be moved out of the space?
We are indeed making a commitment as a municipality that the contractor will be starting. But we need to make a disclaimer that these sinkholes are not just in this ward where we are. They are almost all over in the township. When we realize that the family is actually at a risk, we will unfortunately have to relocate them, but through engagements with the family. So I can't guarantee that tomorrow you won't get a report that says in a particular ward we have relocated somebody, because it depends as and when an incident occurs. But we are working around the clock to ensure that when we get something through our hardworking councillors and the teams on the ground and the community stakeholders, we are able to listen and respond promptly.
Thank you very much for speaking to us, Deputy Mayor there, Mukhumudzi, speaking to us. Well, I want to show you what's behind us, Arabile. So that's the sinkhole that has extended. We're told that it started as a very small sinkhole and it would later then just rip through these houses, as you can see. There was a house previously where you see a bush now. That house is gone. This is a second house and it's already on a third house. This shows to you that the sinkhole is basically moving. But like the mayor is telling us, that it's not only in this area, it's in various areas within Carletonville, but also in Nqobile and Merafong. It's a huge issue that they are dealing with. But we have seen at least some teams that have come in to assist some families, especially with moving. But it is not easy for communities here. They have to think about how they're going to get ends meet going forward. They're going into a different neighborhood and they're leaving the entire investment behind. And already some of them have had to retire and pay for